A beautiful afternoon for a fist fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure.
Caleb Sweet Hands Plant, this former super middleweight champion of the world, is looking. It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. This guy was sparring with world champions like Triple G at just 15 years old and holding his own. In fact, he turned pro at the age of 16 years old.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing from Nashville, Tennessee, now fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, a super middleweight champion of the world, Sweet Hands, Caleb Plant. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Phoenix, Arizona, an all-action, exciting two-division champion of the world, known as the Mexican Monster, David Benavidez.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly do today as we fight under the sun.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night, because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Swing and a miss with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Usually you don't have to worry about getting a sunburn when you're fighting, Johnny, but that's certainly the case today with the sun blazing.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, Todd, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking at a fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
Fighters landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
A perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Plant in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Hey, what are you doing? Come on, switch on.
Here we go. It's round 2. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He just misses with that jab. They exchange punches. Nice counter. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
They miss with the jab. Nice counter. Let's talk about planting that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the...
Get out there and win this round.
There's the bell to start round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
On the end of that jab. Oh, what was that? What are you doing? Come on, you're switching off.
Just stick a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so you can't figure.
Back at it in round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Unlucky to miss with that jab. How about that time counter shot? Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, Mr. I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. These two fighters are made for one another. That punch scores. Missing with that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about planting that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
I like that. I'm happy.
Okay, focus. Focus. Big, deep breaths. Big, deep breaths.
No free shots. Be smart. You were thinking. You were smart. You weren't low.
Come on, you want to win this fight? Right. You've done all your work all the way through camp. Get this boxing back together. You're starting to make mistakes, and you're switching.
There's the bell to start round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Punch, counter punch. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice defense on that hook. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Punch, counter punch. They have no respect for each other's punching power. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about planting that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need...
Now listen, kid, I need you to go back out there.
Let's start the 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Miss with that jab. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Oh, let's go out there and let's reset. Forget about...
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. There's one, two.
What are you doing? You switched off completely. You've been coasting this fight, and now you...
And there's the bell for round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He just misses with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Good defense there to stop that hook. Just misses with that jab. Beautiful counter shot. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about planting that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you think you...
Come on, breathe.
And there's the bell for round 8. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they throw a shot, Caleb Plant just got clipped. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it.
Oh, hold on a second, Johnny. Caleb Plant is hurt. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
They exchange punches. How about that time counter shot? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Man is in some serious trouble here. Looks like trouble was averted.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds. Hold that! Down goes Caleb Plant. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.